Hello, everyone, and welcome to Micro English Podcast. I am Kelly.
And I am Frank. Today we have a very interesting lesson planned about expanding your vocabulary. We will focus on describing people's personalities.
You are going to learn many new words.
Exactly. As you mentioned, we will describe a person's character, not their physical appearance.
That's right, we will talk about how they think, feel, and behave. Let's listen to today's dialogue for the first time and
We will return shortly to explain some of these excellent music words. All right, class, settle down. I have the results of your individual personality tests. I will hand them out. If you want, you can read yours aloud to the class. I will read mine first.
Okay, go ahead.
It says here that I am adventurous, outgoing, and easygoing. It also says I am a little superstitious and sometimes naive.
That is not true.
Well, the test isn't 100% accurate.
Is that all it says?
No, it also mentions that I am open-minded and ambitious, but I can also be reckless and clumsy. This is ridiculous.
Okay, does anyone else want to read theirs? I will. It says I am an extroverted, well-balanced person. I am generous, outspoken, and very diligent. This is so accurate. It also mentions I am magnanimous, eloquent, and daring. This describes me perfectly. These tests are nonsense. All right, we are back. We will split this into 2 parts for language takeaway. Let's start with 5 key words.
For the first part, the first adjective is adventurous and outgoing. Outgoing is an excellent word. Outgoing means someone is comfortable talking to strangers or people they do not know well. For example, my brother is very outgoing. He enjoys meeting new people and starting conversations. The opposite is shy. Then we have superstitious. Superstitious is interesting because everyone's beliefs are different. For instance, in the US, walking under a ladder or opening an umbrella indoors is considered bad luck. If you believe these actions bring bad luck, you are superstitious. So, Kelly, are you superstitious? Do black cats bring bad luck?
No, not at all.
Interesting. Another word is naive. Naive describes someone who believes most things people tell them. For example, if I told Marco that it would rain frogs tomorrow and he believed me, he would be naive. Naive does not necessarily have a negative meaning, but it can offend some people, so we should be careful. Next, we have reckless. Reckless describes someone who does things without thinking, sometimes in dangerous ways. For example, driving without a seatbelt is very reckless. A reckless person often ignores the consequences of their actions. Along with reckless, we have clumsy. Clumsy is a fun word. It describes someone who frequently drops things, trips, or bumps into objects. For example, if I drop something and break it, my mother might say I am clumsy. Clumsy is not very insulting, it is simply describing a lack of coordination. Another way to say this is butterfingers, meaning someone drops things often. Both reckless and clumsy are negative traits because they involve doing things carelessly or without thought.
That covers 5 adjectives from one person's test. Now, let's move on to more language and additional adjectives in part 2. Music.
In this section, we focus on positive traits. The first is extroverted. Extroverted is similar to outgoing. Someone who is extroverted enjoys social activities, meeting new people, and going out. The opposite is introverted, meaning someone shy or uncomfortable with strangers. Another positive word is diligent. Diligent describes someone who works carefully, efficiently, and thoroughly. A diligent person always completes tasks well and on time. Next, we have magnanimous. Magnanimous describes someone who acts for the benefit of others, often showing generosity or kindness. For example, donating half your salary to help earthquake victims is a magnanimous gesture. Another positive trait is eloquent. An eloquent person speaks very well, communicates clearly, and can capture the listener's attention. For instance, someone giving a speech effectively is eloquent. Finally, we have daring. Daring can be positive or negative depending on context. A daring person takes risks. This could be dangerous, like reckless behavior, or impressive, like a business person taking bold steps. For example, Kelly, you were daring when you went skydiving.
I am not that daring because I would never jump out of a plane. That gives us 10 key adjectives. These are useful for describing yourself, such as in a job interview. Common questions include, how would you describe yourself in 3 words? You could say, I am extroverted, diligent, and open-minded. Even negative traits come up like, I am sometimes too daring or I take things personally.
Let's listen to the dialogue again to reinforce these words. Music class, settle down. I have the results of your individual personality tests. I will hand them out. You may read yours aloud. I will read mine. It says here that I am adventurous, outgoing, and easygoing. It says I am a little superstitious and occasionally naive.
That is not true.
Well, the test isn't perfect. It also says I am open-minded and ambitious, but I can also be reckless and clumsy. This is ridiculous. Anyone else want to read theirs?
I will. It says I am extroverted, well-balanced, generous, outspoken, and very diligent. This is accurate. It also says I am magnanimous, eloquent, and daring. This is totally me.
These tests are nonsense. Now think about 3 adjectives you would use to describe someone you dislike most. For example, clumsy or reckless people may irritate you. In English, someone who is extremely hardworking or very driven may be called a type A personality. Type A individuals are serious, anxious, controlling, and always focused on completing tasks. They are not easygoing and may be difficult to work with. Type A personalities are often challenging even in social settings.
Understanding different personalities is useful. Personality is how a person thinks, feels, and behaves. Everyone has a unique personality. Some are kind and friendly. Others are quiet or serious. Some enjoy talking. Others prefer listening. When describing personality, we focus on character traits, which are qualities that make someone who they are. Recognizing traits helps us communicate, make friends, and collaborate effectively.
Here are some common words to describe personality. Positive traits: friendly, warm, and kind. Example: Emma talks to everyone and makes them feel welcome, kind, caring, and helpful. Example: he assists classmates with homework, honest, tells the truth. Example: she admits mistakes, hardworking, puts in effort consistently. Example: John studies daily, confident, believes in oneself. Example: she speaks publicly without fear, patient, stays calm. Example: teachers need patience, creative, generates new ideas. Example: he enjoys drawing and storytelling, generous, likes to give. Example: she shares food with friends, polite, respectful. Example: he says please and thank you. Negative traits: rude, impolite. Example: he did not thank the waiter, lazy, avoids work. Example: she does not complete homework, impatient, cannot wait calmly. Example: he dislikes standing in line, arrogant, thinks they are better. Example: she ignores others' ideas, selfish, only cares for themselves. Example: he does not share toys, shy, quiet, or fearful of speaking. Example: she avoids class discussions, moody, changes emotions quickly. Example: he is happy sometimes, angry at other times, bossy, tells others what to do. Example: she instructs her brother constantly, stubborn, rarely changes opinions. Example: he never admits mistakes.
Common personality types: outgoing, enjoys meeting people, friendly, talkative, confident, energetic. Quiet, prefers solitude, shy, calm, thoughtful, patient. Funny and loves humor, cheerful, silly, energetic, creative. Serious, focused on tasks, responsible, hardworking, honest, organized. Kind and caring, helps others, helpful, loving, generous, polite.
Describing personality in a sentence: he is very friendly and always smiles. She is a hardworking student. My brother is shy and quiet. Our teacher is patient. He is funny and makes everyone laugh.
Understanding personalities helps us communicate, make friends, and collaborate effectively. Everyone is unique. Learning to describe personality improves English and understanding of others. Consider yourself. Are you talkative or shy? Serious or funny? Use today's words to describe yourself and others.
Audio review: ignorant, naive, unaware of danger, reckless, careless, lacking skill, clumsy, uncoordinated, open-minded, willing to consider new ideas, superstitious, believes in magic or chance, extrovert, social, eloquent, speaks clearly and well. Example sentences: naive. Jake believes anything you tell him. Stop being naive. Do not trust everything online. Reckless. Stanley drove recklessly. You are reckless. Be careful. Open-minded. I try new things with an open mind. Europeans may be more open-minded than Latin Americans. Clumsy. I hit my head. I am clumsy. He is always dropping things. Eloquent. He gave an eloquent speech. The priest delivered an eloquent sermon.
Well, that's all for today's episode.
We hope you enjoyed learning how to talk about your daily routine naturally.
Don't forget to check out our other lessons on Micro English Podcast, where we make English simple, fun, and real.